Then the final game of the pre-season approaches. How would you summarise our preparation for the league campaign?
Yeah, it's been a really good pre-season in terms of the tests we faced. We've certainly made sure we haven't had any easy games and sort of built up as we went along. Obviously the West Ham game leading into going away to Italy, playing Campobasso, and then obviously coming back and having a bit of a mixture of a team to play against Tottenham was it was a tough couple of days trying to get prepared for that game, and obviously getting some boys in trial to look at them as well. But all in all, it was a real positive 3 or 4 days that we had, and then that leads into this week we've had training. Finishing off our pre-season with Leyton Orient, really looking forward to it.
With Orient being another sting test in our pre-season campaign, what are you hoping to see from the lads out there?
Just see how we can compete against them. We feel like Leyton Orient are going to be a real strong League One team this year. We played Stevenage at the behind closed door game earlier in pre-season. That was a real tough test for us against a League One team. And then, playing them last pre-season, knowing the players they have, I know it's going to be a real tough test for us on Saturday, but I prefer it to be tough. I prefer these pre-season games to be really hard so that we know where we're at going into the start of the season, rather than, with great respect, playing some lesser opposition and we're winning comfortably and no one's getting anything from it. These ones are meant to stretch us and meant to be tough, so that when we come up against the teams that we're facing in the coming weeks in our league, we've faced these problems before, and hopefully in a real good moment to do that. It's going to be another good Saturday, being at home in front of our fans again, and we're just looking forward to the test ahead.
It's been a mixed summer in terms of player availability. Do you have any updates sometimes on how the squad's looking in terms of fitness?
Yeah, it's really hard throughout pre-season because you're trying to get work into them on the training ground and they're playing matches, so they pick up little bits and pieces. I think the positive that we've had in the last couple of weeks is that both Joshua Moreau, Reece Graver-Cox have been able to fully train. So is Dylan Stevenson. They missed a large part of the early part of pre-season. Sam Lingard, unfortunately, hadn't been able to play any minutes, but he's back involved tomorrow, which is a real plus for us. And hopefully I can get him some minutes tomorrow because he's been back training this week, so that will build him up as well. And then amongst it, during it, we just had some real little things that have happened. Christian got a ball to the head, so kept him out for a few games because he was a little bit struggling with that. Hess was training incredibly well and just picked up a little niggle, but he's feeling better in himself, and we decide tomorrow whether we give him minutes. But Hess didn't play any minutes last pre-season, then played a lot of the season for us, as people will know. So Connor had a slight problem as well with his hamstring, but he's trained well this week. He feels a little bit better with that. So today, going out onto the training pitch, we pretty much nearly had everyone out there training. That doesn't mean they'll all be able to play some more, get lots of minutes, but they're all thereabouts. So we're feeling like, well, we're coming into the first game of the season. The plan was, by the time the first game comes around, can they all be out? Can they be fit, ready to play? Still got 8 days or whatever it has to get to that point, but we're certainly feeling we're in a good place for the availability to make it a tough job for me come that first Saturday to pick the team, and that's what it's always been about.
Finally, we have just announced that Harrison Day has moved on loan to Billericay Town. How did you feel about what it is developing?
It was always the plan from signing Harrison. He had a real good season last year with Concord. It was a tough year for Concord in terms of being down at the bottom of the league for most of the season, but a real good year for Harrison in terms of getting lots of game time, scoring goals. And our plan with him was to sign him and make sure we had him on a good loan, outplaying, and that was either going to be with a National South team, stepping up a level, or a team that we feel like could have a real good season in the level they are, and we feel that way about Billericay. We think it's a good fit for him, local for us, so we can keep an eye on him, local for him in terms of travel and stuff like that, being able to play for them. And we want to see his progression this season. For any of the young boys that we signed, sort of apart from the first team group, the plan is that they train with us every single day. Go out on loan, keep playing men's football, which is really important. I'm a big believer in all these young boys playing football. You can do all the training sessions you want, but I think men's football in a competitive environment is such good learning for them. So Harrison's the first one doing it, going out, getting some good game time. If we sign any more in the coming days and weeks, it will be the same plan with them. But not that they're just out there and they don't have a chance of coming back with us. If they're training incredibly well and they're doing really well in their loans, then that helps me as well. It can bolster up the squad. So it's not a case of signing them and they're out and nothing to do with it. It's working with them every day, hoping these loans go really well for them, and so that if at any moment across this season we have an injury problem or their form's so good that it can't be ignored, they come back in with us and they're a big part of what we're doing. So And that's where I feel we're at this season compared to last. Is I feel like we've got a good squad now. I feel like we've got some competition in places, especially in the front area, the attacking area of the pitch, where it's really good. Everyone's got to be on their toes. Everyone's got to perform. If injuries come, suspensions come, losses of forms come, that will be better equipped with it than we was last year. But yeah, we're looking forward to it now. We're looking forward to the season. We're looking forward to working with these younger players as well and helping them develop. And I hope for Harrison, this run's really successful, so he's pushing to get into our first team.